Welcome to the No Limits podcast, where breakthrough strategies in therapeutic education help neurodivergent children learn, connect, and grow in powerful new ways.
Hi, and welcome to the No Limits podcast. Today, I have a special guest here, Kristin. She is our director for No Limits Academy. She also was in the public school system for 9 years in Texas, correct? And she's been with No Limits Academy for 3 years. One of my bigger issues in the public school system is the IDEA and the Salamanca Statement. They gave children with disabilities access to a building, right? And that's why all the how can I say, chaos happens, is because basically the interpretations from all of that do not match the intended purpose of actually educating a child with disabilities like we do here at No Limits Academy. That break in that large system is created by the inability to understand that a student needs access not only to a building, but to their education as a disabled student, but also they have the child, which is a student, they have the diagnosis of the student, and that is a foreign entity to any teacher.
Right. It's hard to know the whole picture.
Right. You Google it. I know. I have walked into classrooms over Shane's life, my son's life, and I have said he has cerebral palsy, and she goes, "Oh, I'll Google that." It's literally that has been for years, or I'll look it up, or I'll learn more about it. Well, if you don't know that he has strength deficit in one of his hands or fatigue in his shoulders because of tonal issues, and you're expecting him to do the same work as little Sally, it doesn't equate, right? And then you have a therapist coming in and they say, let me throw a weighted pencil at him, but then you don't give him a tilt board to be able to offset that fatigue in his shoulders, or all of it. It's just so confusing, right?
Absolutely.
So that's where I am now, is our United States of America is dismantling the Department of Education. I'm all for that. And moving some of it into HHS, which I'm okay with too, because I believe the medical model needs to be sitting inside of our school system so that these kids can get served, and how that moves forward is just how we're doing it here. We have the medical model with ability plus therapy, moving into No Limits Academy, which is an educational component, and then moving it out to teach you guys with the No Limits method, with both the medical and educational relevant therapy. And to anyone out there doubting it, if you'd like to go look it up, there is literally, we can talk to Dr. Shane Jocelyn, who's an expert in that field, there is nothing that says that only the educationally relevant therapy can be done inside of a school system. It's wrong. That is wrong. It is actually more based on how the child accesses their education. And you're not taught in two fields in therapy. You're not taught, I'm just educational therapy, or I'm just medical model. You're all taught the same, right? It's that transfer of information and how it's put out there. And that misinformation is actually stagnating children all over our country. So, and you see it in the ways that you saw it and you explained in our video in the public school systems. But also, as a teacher, you don't, they'll throw the words IDEA at you. They'll throw the words IEP at you, and that it's off of the IDEA. Those are lingo. Right. You don't know the intent and purpose of all of that, right?
Right.
And that's where the break is. So I encourage, call them my Army moms that understand that they're disgruntled in their educational system, and that educational system isn't working, it's because that's the way it's broken. And so for me, follow this podcast. I'll be going up into Washington in a month, and I'm going to be working on how we change this for the better for our children, right? Because I don't want teachers frustrated.
Right.
I don't want therapists not understanding what a teacher wants inside
Right.
of a classroom for little Billy or little Susie to be
Well,
able to
a
access.
frustrated teacher cannot teach a child.
No.
There's no success in
Right.
that.
So literally you're just throwing money to the wind. Like,
Right.
you know, not that, you know, they still need to be there, but let's do that better.
Right.
Let's be better. Let's do
Yeah.
better. Right. So if you're with me, follow my podcast. I appreciate all of you being here today on the No Limits podcast. And let's change that world.